the reality is owning a business, especially a small business, especially a product-based business, an idea inventor, you're going to fail a lot. You're going to try things. It's not going to work out. That's the nature of it. How badly do you want it? If you are doing it because you go, I want to be rich, do something else.
That's a good question that everyone should ask themselves.
What do you want to give up?
What also, why are you doing it? Yeah.
Wicka, wicka, wick. Nope, nothing on that? All right. Okay.
Okay, we got some really good information there.
Anyways, welcome to another edition of T Google's stuff, where I
gets it wrong.
That was Google's work. That was
Wikipedia. It does not count.
It counts. Today we're talking about
secret formula.
The secret formula.
Yes, we're going to share our secret formula.
What's the secret, Bob? How do I transform my life in 7 days or less for 7 minutes a day?
You want the answer right up front, or
tell me right now.
There is no secret formula. There are a million ways to get to the end result. Just going to say.
A lot of different ways.
That's not sexy enough for this podcast?
A lot of different ways to skin a cat, you could say.
I don't want to skin a cat.
Yeah, I'm not a cat guy. More of a dog person.
No, I don't want to skin anything. I'm trying to avoid the skinning part.
I've skinned some things, Bob.
Share your secret formula. I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go first.
You told me to go, and then you said you had one. So
I know. I'm keeping it back. I'm going to wait till like minute 7.
Go ahead. I want to know. What's your secret formula?
That it's friggin' hard work.
Yep.
It takes a great team.
I don't like that answer.
And most of the time, we're wrong and we have to pivot.
Yeah.
There it is.
Most of the time, you're wrong. I'd say that's true.
I would say that's true too.
No.
And so is everybody else out there in the universe.
No, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I guess the reason for our discussion today is there's a lot of stuff out there where...
Because you read conspiracy theories.
I do. I got my tinfoil hat. I'm deep in the weeds. There's just a lot of stuff floating around. And listen, this is my honest view. Can I be honest? Can I be real?
Hold on a minute. Our brand is always direct and real, regardless of what people think.
Let me be real. I'm not be real like...
B-roll, you mean?
No, Cypress Hill. Wasn't his name Be Real? One of the two guys? Okay, anyways. If you found something that works for you, that's great. Honestly. Like if you followed one of these schemes or advice or whatever, this is the hack, this is the trick, this is good, and it worked for you, that's great. You found something that works for you. My 2 cents...
You're bringing me down.
...is that don't come up. Come up.
You're bringing me down.
I'm saying if it works for you.
You're giving bad advice to people.
First of all, I'm not giving any advice. This is in no way construed as advice, guidance, legal counsel in any way. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. I
thought you played a fabricator on TV.
That's what I play on the YouTubes, on the Instagrams. If you found something that works for you, that's great. It is my experience after doing this for 15-ish years that there's no secret formula. There's no 6-minute cure. There's no 6-week way to transform your business and your mindset. It's day in, day out, one project, one customer, one job at a time, having good strategy, having good team.
So we have 0 for 2 so far.
Having clear direction on what you're trying to do and being able to adjust on the fly that gets the job done.
And to remove the fact that you think you know what you're doing. I think that's the biggest hurdle to all of this. Yeah. So let's give kudos to the people that come up with those 6 minutes to perfect abs and $1 million. Their job...
Don't look at my belly when you say that.
I won't. They've done a great job of marketing BS. They've marketed the sexy part of the business.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if I get abs in 6 minutes.
Go ahead.
A day. I got to start now?
Well,
this isn't a good time for me. I don't have my gear.
We also got to stop drinking all the beer.
Well, but I mean, I don't know. I was going to be negative. I'm trying to be less negative. I've been told I'm negative, so I'm trying to be more positive.
Be positively negative.
So positively negative. sucks.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
All right.
those improv classes are really working for you.
There are people that make a living selling you courses, and we don't sell courses. We do work with startups and founders. We do workshops, stuff like that. But I don't think there's any one size fits all solution for anything. Now, that being said, are there certain things you can do to improve your mindset, to improve how you look at things, to improve how you approach things? Are there best practices? For sure. But my view on all of it is that it's a journey. It's not a, thing you're going to do overnight or transform your life or whatever. It's how committed are you to it? Now, are there people out there that make a lot of money off this stuff? Yeah, but from what I've seen, most likely they're making money off of you, off of selling you a course, off of selling you a book, off of selling you whatever. That's how they're making their money.
Well, there's agendas to everything, right?
Yeah.
But I also think if you're learning something from it, then it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
But most people go into it not even knowing what they're going to get out of it. They think they're getting a solution for the rest of their lives, right?
Yeah.
So that's always my disconnect, and why we are here is because we're like, there's too much BS in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And here's my take on everybody that has some secret formula. If it's so effing secret, why would I share it with you? If it works all the time, why do I need to share it with you?
Yeah.
Because then I'll just keep rinse and repeating my own. It makes no sense. I mean, and maybe people just think too superficially. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, it's all just snake oil. It's no different than, the snake oil salesman of the, 1800s. I got this elixir that's going to cure all your
need that
ailments.
elixir.
And hey, listen, I love an elixir, but
Speaking of elixirs, we need a new bourbon sponsor.
absolutely.
Okay.
But the reality of it is, and I don't want to be negative. I don't want to make it seem like it's all bad. Owning your own business, taking an idea from start to finish, it's what I live for. I mean, it's the most exciting thing, one of the most exciting things I think you can do.
Are you trying to say realism is negative? Are you saying that?
I mean, I'm saying that a lot of times things, I won't speak for you, but things I say come off as negative, which I'll...
No, but I'm saying reality is negative. Like,
Well, it can be
it's
negative.
not all rosy and rainbows.
It's
and
not
unicorns.
all rosy and rainbows and unicorns, and I'm yet
But
to
what
see
does
one
make it
unicorn.
Worthwhile. Let's go positive.
Let's be positive, Bob.
So there's no secret formulas. That's check box one.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff people are selling you probably doesn't work for you because it doesn't apply to your specific situation.
Well, and if you don't know what your business model is, who your customer is, what your unique value proposition is, who your customer is, how they buy, where they buy, what drives them to buy, you could have all the secret formulas in the world, right? I could say my secret formula is know who your customer is, where they buy, and how they buy. All right. It's not really a secret. It's just kind of good business.
Common sense, right?
But you still have to be able to have the emotional intelligence and the wherewithal to be able to listen to that market intel, evaluate that feedback, and move forward with it. Otherwise, it's just useless statistics.
So let's make this a positive podcast. So it's unicorns,
I
rainbows,
am
and
positive.
sprinkles. Hold on a minute. We're going to bring it back to the audience. We've just laid out a realistic picture that it's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. Most of it doesn't work. You're constantly iterating. There's macro trends that you have no control over. You make your own mistakes because we're all human and we make a lot of mistakes every day.
Yep.
What's the positive? What's the sprinkles? And I love sprinkles.
How much do you believe in it? How badly do you want it? Honestly, how badly do you want it? I mean, I have had my lowest lows because of this business.
On this show?
Yeah, because of you. No, I'm just
You're
kidding.
welcome, by the way. Thank you.
I've had, for sure, some of my highest highs, some of my best memories, some of the best relationships and friendships I have. It goes beyond the numbers of it, and it definitely does go into like what we build and what we're building. And it sounds sappy, but I get a great amount of value from having someone go, I've been thinking about this for years and I can't believe I'm staring at it in front of me. To be able to give that to someone. Now, does that mean I'm willing to do it for free? No. Again, I'm very good at what I do. I expect to be paid for that. But when you actually add up the hours, I'm 36. I've been in this shop for 11 years. I still work through the night sometimes, frequently, more frequently than I'd like to, honestly. It's all consuming.
I'm 136 and I still work through the night.
I mean, Bob, do you ever
I've been up for 3 days already, so.
And it's all about kind of setting your ceiling, setting your limit. Realistically.
But I think you brought up something that sounds really cliched and really sappy in your language. It's the people you surround yourself with that make it worthwhile, right? Regardless of our day, I don't have to check my back with you or any of the crew or anybody else we're working with, because regardless if we disagree that day, I know that our ultimate goal is that we're going to take care of each other, regardless of what happens. And there's also a comfort in there and a support that I don't think people, you want people to experience the highs and lows so you know what to appreciate. Until you're around a bunch of crappy people that just feed you crap all the time, you don't understand what a real team is, because it's not pretty. It's not always pretty with us. We argue here on this set all the time.
It's just like family. Like if you never, conflict is good. I've said it 1,000 times. Organizational behavior 101. Conflict is good. If you shy away from conflict, you can't have growth. So you need that conflict. But, the reality is, owning a business, especially a small business, especially a product-based business, an idea inventor, you're going to fail a lot. You're going to try things. It's not going to work out. That's the nature of it. How badly do you want it? If you are doing it because you go, I want to be rich, do something else.
That's a good question that everyone should ask themselves.
What do you want to give up?
What also, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this, right? It's not because it's free. It's not because it doesn't eat into our time. I mean, I've gotten DMs. I don't know if you have. Like, hey, Bob, you look like on that episode. Excuse my language. You can bleep that out. You probably don't get that.
My DMs are always like, wow, who does your hair? That's what this is mostly machine oil and grease.
Which is sexy in some cultures.
Sure, yeah, in some cultures. I don't know which ones.
But once again, why are we doing it, right? Because we believe in it. We believe in this team. We want to support each other. We also want to give a different view of what's normal in the media because, and listen, I'm not bashing anybody else. They've all lived their own thing, but a lot of it's BS.
Yeah, and I mean, that is what brought us together originally, is that
I thought it was bourbon.
Well, that too. But
okay, just checking.
There's a lot of stuff out there that says just do this, this, and this, you'll be fine. And sometimes we get painted as negative because we say there's a good chance that you're not going to be fine. There's a good chance this isn't going to work out. What is your plan B? What is your fallback plan? And I think it's really easy to go no plan B, no fallback plan. This is all I got. That's a bad plan.
But that's also where a true team comes in.
Yeah. This business, I don't have a retirement account. I cashed in. I had retirement accounts. Everything I have is in this business, the IP that I own, my products, everything. This is everything I sink.
I thought those gold bars we were storing.
Don't tell people about those gold bars.
They're not real.
But that doesn't mean.
I got them at
Walmart. Those aren't real? That doesn't mean.
I think they have a dinosaur in them.
That I don't have, backup plans for, okay, what if this doesn't work? There's still strategy. So that whole mentality of just believe in yourself and go after it, that's a bad plan. You need a strategy. You need a team. You need resources. You need a real plan for how you're going to do this. And the mindset of I won't fail because I can't fail. Your life is a movie. That's great for when you are in the shower or whatever. But in real life, when you go talk to investors or you try to go talk to distributors, you need a strategy. You need a plan.
But also,
it's not quick. It's not a myth, a secret, whatever. It's do your homework, know your market, know your product, get out there.
But you also have to look in the mirror and be comfortable with if this fails completely, will I be okay?
Yeah, no.
And I don't mean financially, I mean emotionally.
I won't. I'm just letting you know it's not going to go well.
That's why I bought you gold bars for Christmas.
Appreciate it.
Don't try to cash those in.
If this doesn't work out, it's going to be a disaster for everyone in my life. So we better really hope it works out, Bob. But I hear what you're saying. But I mean, it is like, listen, what I do is...
I thought you were going to be an escort if it didn't work out.
OnlyFans foot model at T's Toes. What I do is intrinsically linked to who I am. Like, I can't separate the two. There are a lot of jobs where you can. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to... Again, if you are going like, I have a product idea and I'm going to follow it because... If your number one goal is because I want to be independently wealthy, don't... I mean, I don't want to shut you down, but it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a long road.
So I'm getting from this podcast is that if you need to be sold a secret formula, you probably shouldn't take the path.
Yeah.
You shouldn't start this journey.
Yeah. It's probably not for you.
It's all good.
Maybe you can build a team where someone makes up for what you lack, or maybe, you have someone like me or you where they will work through the night and
help them
do all this stuff, and you want to get home by 5 every night, or whatever it is.
You want that as a teammate?
I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, I got to go then.
I wouldn't have that as a teammate, but
But I think it's like 10 o'clock, but okay.
Maybe other people would. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive.
I just hope something's open so I can eat.
Yeah, no, I got chips and donuts. What do you want? Craft services?
We've talked about craft services issues. So.
No, yeah, again.
So once again, though, these conversations are the stuff we're getting fed online and in meetings and in our interviews and thinking about new members. And we're just trying to tell the story, because if you need a secret formula to get started, don't start. There's nothing wrong with not starting.
Yeah.
And I know that goes counter to be whoever you want to be. If you're willing to fail, you can start. And that's the mindset we've all taken. Like, we didn't start this saying it's going to be successful and we're going to be billionaires. We're like, we think we have to do it. It's going to be a good exercise for all of us to figure out a new model for how we work and how we build new products. And after that, let the chips fall.
Yeah, so. It is what it is. But you have to have clearly defined milestones, because let me be positive. Let me end on a positive note.
Oh, thank you.
The flip side is, as you achieve milestones, if you are built like I think we're built, I'll speak for myself.
I'm not built well.
If you're built the way I'm built, you are constantly moving the finish line. So there is a version of me from 15 years ago, from 20 years ago, from 25 years ago, that would be psyched with the life I have and what I do every day. There is a version of me now that only sees the things I'm not doing and the things I don't have and all that kind of stuff. You need to have, and this is advice for myself as well, we always look and see what can we do better. Everything. But except my hair, it's perfect. You can, if you have clearly defined milestones and success points, you can go like, yeah, my stuff wasn't in a state museum. Yeah, my stuff is written down in history books. Yeah, I did start out in my parents' garage, and now I have a shop and customers and people that support. Like, you can find the positive, but you have to have clearly defined milestones, because it is a long road, and seeing those milestones will help keep you going on that journey. So that's my positive note.
So I'm gonna secret formula.
Bring it negative?
No, I'm not going to bring in a secret formula. Then we do find a secret formula, because everybody's sold that they have to build things and then exit. There's nothing wrong with having a lifestyle business where you're happy. You have good people around you. You're doing what you want to do, and you move on, right? So there's the secret formula. You can
still have like I still want to exit from the IP portfolio that I've built. You know what I mean? We set out to build an IP portfolio. We've done that. We are now trying to prototype, license, or sell the IP portfolio. That is one individual.
Why don't you take one of those courses?
Yeah, that is. Why don't you call Harley?
Take the 3-day course that sells your IP portfolio.
Yeah, that is one individual target, right? it is part of a bigger picture of things of what are the goals you're setting, what does success look like for you, et cetera, et cetera. Because usually if you are high drive, high motivation, it will never be enough. And the one thing I've learned is that even when you hit those milestones, it usually doesn't feel the way you think it's going to feel.
So secret formula, be true to yourself. We found a secret formula.
No, secret formula, there is no secret formula.
No, we just found one. Be true to yourself.
Secret
Don't
formula.
let people dictate what your life has to be. Secret formula.
There was a motorcycle builder named Indian Larry, okay? He has since passed away, but he had a quote, and I think that's the secret formula.
Is he related to Cowboy Joe?
No, I don't know. What he said was, go through life, see what's up, try not to kill anybody. And I think that's a good.
That's a good one.
And secret formula, set your milestones, be yourself. There is no secret formula. We'll see you next time.
I was downer. I'm so depressed now.
You can do it.
That's a poster.
That's it. That's what I got, Bob. Leave me alone. I'm leaving.